You'd think that weapons would get deadlier and more efficient in the future, but not if these games have anything to say about it. Hey everybody, I'm Ricky with WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 futuristic video game weapons that are worse than real ones. Before we begin, I just want to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, War Thunder. With over 20 million players, this free-to-play game stands out because it is legitimately a great game. War Thunder is a deep military vehicle combat game with more than 1,200 historically accurate tanks, aircrafts, and ships to choose from. And it's available for free right now on Xbox One, Mac, Windows, and PS4, so check it out. For this list, we're examining futuristic guns in video games that are actually less effective than the ones we use in present day, thus rendering them kinda useless. Who's ready to be underwhelmed? Number 10. Junk Jet, Fallout 4.
Die.
Similar to Fallout 3's rocket launcher, the Junk Jet can take any junk item and propel it at targets with a powerful force. While this sounds incredibly useful, both in and out of the virtual world, when you get down to it, the weapon is just an overglorified slingshot. Near limitless ammunition sounds great on paper, but constantly having to scrounge around for ammo would be time-consuming, and you can't exactly carry all that ammo around. This is without even addressing the size and weight of the actual weapon, which would be cumbersome on its own. You'd get more use out of carrying a regular RPG.
It's the Junk Jet. Oh, Preston. How's it going?
Number 9. TDR Weapons Borderlands series.
Well, hello, Mrs. TDR.
Hello, John. How are you?
Who doesn't love explosions? Well, we'd imagine soldiers wouldn't really enjoy throwing their guns away instead of reloading. In the colorful world of Pandora, people are insane enough to enjoy throwing explosive guns, but they aren't nearly as many psychos here in the real world.
I desperately want to protect my family from the marauding hordes of psychos and perverts, but I don't have a lot of money to spend on home defense.
Forget figuring the cost of constantly producing new guns, but the danger of the explosive gun would be even worse. Given the short time set on the gun after running out of ammunition, if you forgot to throw it, you'd probably regret purchasing from this weapons manufacturer. Number 8. Gunblade Final Fantasy VIII. A gun and a blade in one seems like it cut out the middleman, or shoot him out. Physics would like to disagree, however, as the combination would actually hinder both. As cool as it'd be to wield Squall's signature weapon, you'd probably find yourself at a disadvantage in both a gun and sword fight. Too large and heavy to accurately fire for an average soldier makes the gun part inefficient, while the trigger and barrel would get in the way during a melee duel. Sticking to a gun and a combat knife doesn't seem so bad now, does it? Number 7. Leaf Shield Mega Man 2. Razor-sharp leaves? We're not exactly sure how this is even considered useful in the world of Mega Man, let alone in the real world. Sending a group of spinning leaves around the user's body, it is meant to protect them from projectiles while being able to launch the shield to damage enemies. However, in the end, they're just leaves. A simple handgun could easily pierce through the spinning leaves and kill the enemy instantly. How any scientist or weapon maker thought this was a good idea is beyond us. Number 6. Isha-Ray Rifle Mass Effect Andromeda. Sniper rifles already pack a huge punch, and the Isha-Ray is no different. Packing immense force with each shot, its raw power is nearly unmatched. Too bad that it has one major drawback: it's a one-shot. Firing an entire clip in one shot leaves very little room for error. But before you can even take them down, you'll need to spend almost forever reloading each shot. It doesn't matter how good of a shot you are, every sniper can agree that the more time spent reloading, the less time spent alive. Have you downloaded War Thunder yet? My favorite thing in this game are the damage models. Vehicles don't have typical hit points, but instead suffer actual damage to their components and crew. Combine that with the huge number of vehicles to pick from and 80 battlefields to fight through, and War Thunder is the most authentic and fun vehicle combat game I've ever played. 20 million other players are waiting for you, so play for free on Windows, Mac, Xbox One, and PS4, and register now to get a premium tank or aircraft and a 3-day boost. Number 5. E11 Blaster Rifle, Star Wars Series.
Our tracking device has pinpointed the smuggler Han Solo near your location. Deal with him.
Everyone dreams of a time when we'll get to wield laser rifles. Let's just hope it isn't this one. The standard rifle for stormtroopers, one run-through will have you surprised that maybe it wasn't the soldier's bad aim after all. While the E11 is capable of a fair amount of damage, its inaccuracy is astonishingly terrible, with shots gone awry after holding down the trigger for even a second. On top of that, the lasers shot out are large enough to see where the firing is coming from, and Darth Vader won't protect you from incoming rebel scum.
Rebel Y-Wing is targeting our AT-AT.
Number 4. Cyclone, Perfect Dark. Submachine guns are pretty inaccurate weapons. What with their excessively high rate of fire and small size, it can be difficult to keep them lined up straight for any longer than a couple of seconds. So when Chesluk Industries decided to make an SMG even more inaccurate by adding suppression, what kind of secret agent would want to use one? Even if the noise suppression helps, the bullets that go flying around the intended targets into walls will be more than enough to blow your cover. There are plenty of better weapons that could use suppression.
Must be around there somewhere.
Number 3. PS20 Deus Ex. The concept of replenishing ammunition seems to have been lost in the future. One of the worst offenders of the throwaway weapon design is the PS20. A small pistol, its size and throwaway nature is meant to be used for assassination. Unfortunately, most assassins don't use such a weak weapon with only one shot.
Maybe we have a chance.
Ouch. Look at all my blood.
While it does fire heated plasma, even in the Deus Ex universe, it hasn't advanced enough to pierce human skin. Even if you do nail that shot, it may not be enough to kill the intended target, and now you have to throw away a whole weapon. You know what? I think we'll stick to suppressed pistols. Number 2. Bio Rifle, Unreal Tournament Series. A grenade launcher-esque weapon capable of firing sticky gel material that also acts as a timed mine. What could go wrong? In the case of the bio rifle, a lot of things. While the explosive gel would be powerful against enemy combatants, the charge up, range, and the timed explosion could risk you and your teammates' lives. With its latest iteration ditching the explosive technology in favor of goo that tracks a hit target, that still feels like a downgrade, making it inefficient as a grenade launcher and a rifle. Number 1. Plasma Pistol, Halo Series. The infamous plasma pistol. Seen as one of the weakest weapons in the Halo series, it's hard to imagine something that fires charged plasma could be weak. Oh, right.
This is the worst thing I've played in my entire life.
What is this?
is so dumb.
In any case, this little Covenant-issue weapons plasma is so weak that even in its charged state, it can't take down a super soldier in the 26th century. So what chance does it have against basic humans in the 21st century? Yes, it can down electronic devices with a charged blast, but the effect is only mere seconds. You'd get more out of an actual EMP blast than this little guy. Look, I'm no weapons expert, but a disposable gun does not scream badass futuristic killing machine. But what do I know? How about you guys? Would you trust any of these weapons to keep you safe in the future? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe to WatchMojo.